Up next, Katie has your T-Wolf Spotlight.
Thanks, guys. Today I'm here with sophomore Ben McDanald to talk a little bit about the upcoming track season. So, Ben, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Katie. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, how are you feeling about this upcoming season?
I am super excited for the season ahead of us. We've got about a week until our first meet. And also, I'm excited about it because last year we didn't really get the full season. It got cut off because of COVID. So I'm just really pumped. I'm happy that we're able to do it, and I'm ready.
That's amazing. So, speaking of COVID, do you feel like the team has had enough preparation compared to other years?
This year has definitely been a challenge. It was a challenge for cross country, and it's been a challenge for track. We've had to do a lot of things differently, and especially for this season, typically a meet would all be on one day. But what we're looking at for this year is having about half the teams we normally do on two separate days. And so it's harder on the coaches and it's going to be harder on the athletes. But I think we've really done a good job kind of overcoming these challenges. And it's been a learning experience, but I think after this, we are really going to come out a lot stronger than we went in.
Definitely. Yes. And that's such a good way to look at it. Really just looking forward instead of dwelling on the
Absolutely.
things that have had to change. Yeah. So, what are the different categories that our school competes in with track?
So there are several different events. You have your field events, and that includes things like pole vault and shot put and discus. And then you have track events, and that includes hurdles and sprints, and then long distance. And so within those categories, there's a bunch of different events. So if I run long distance, and so what that looks like is I'll typically run either the 800, the 1600, which is a mile, or the 3200, which is 2 miles.
Oh, nice. So, since there are a lot of different categories, what made you choose to run long distance?
So I'm in cross country, and so typically the entire team will also go into long distance. And so running, it wasn't something that I was super good at before, doing cross country and track at high school, but it's definitely something that I've really come to enjoy, just running those longer distances. I've been a lot healthier, I'm happier, and so running has just become a really big part of my life.
Oh, that's amazing. What would you say is your favorite part about running?
Probably the team. We have so much fun and just working together and really seeing your progress too. That's another important thing. Just the progress you make every meet, you really have to appreciate even the seconds that those are a big deal. And it's good to celebrate that and look at your progress from when you started.
Definitely. Yes, that's amazing. And I think now more than ever, really celebrating teamwork and collaboration is
Absolutely.
so important. So, as a team, what do you think is your biggest challenge this year?
I think there's definitely been a buffer as far as team bonding. Typically, we would do team dinners, and so we'd go to someone's house the night before a race, and then we'd have dinner together. It'd be really fun, and we haven't been able to do that this year. So we've definitely tried to work around it. Doing stuff outdoors, that kind of stuff. But it has been a challenge. But I think that it's also been really fun, and we've been able to work around it.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm glad that you've been able to kind of, yeah, figure out ways to still get that bonding in, even if,
Yes, even the small things, if we don't have practice, then like this summer we didn't have practices. There's a few weeks where we weren't allowed to have practice because of UIL rules. And so we just have to get together, two of us and go on a run just to really keep the team together and focus on our training.
that's amazing. And it sounds like it's a really cool opportunity for really, holding yourself accountable and going out and doing the things
Yes,
to prepare.
absolutely.
So, the last question that I have for you today is what are you personally most excited about for this year?
I am really excited to run the mile because I have a goal this year. I want to break 5 in the mile, and that's something that's important to me. And so that's really something that I would like to achieve is to go below a 5-minute mile. And that's something I've been working on, and it's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be easy, but I think it's something that's doable if I really put my mind to it. So that is what I'm looking forward to this season.
Definitely. And I'm sure that you will be able to put all the work in, and I have faith that you'll be able to do that. That sounds
Thank you,
like an
Katie.
amazing goal to have. So yes, that's actually all of the questions that I have for you today. Is there anything else that you would like to add to this interview?
Thank you for taking the time to interview me. I am super excited to get the season started and wish us luck.
Yes, of course. Good luck to you and to the rest of the team. And if any of you watching right now see any of the track team in the hallways at schools or in your virtual classes, be sure to wish them luck on this upcoming season. And just be sure to cheer them on to do amazing things. So thank you once again to Ben for taking the time to do this interview. And back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Katie.